Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is a 15th century Inca citadel located in the eastern cordillera of southern Peru on a 2,430-meter (7,970 feet) mountain ridge. Often referred to as the lost city of the Incas, it is the most familiar icon of the Inca Empire. The Inca civilization had no written language and no European visited the site until the 19th century, so far as is known, so there are no written records of the site while it was in use. The names of the buildings, their supposed users, and their inhabitants are the product of modern archaeologists on the basis of physical evidence, including tools at the site. Machu Picchu was declared a Peruvian historic sanctuary in 1981 and a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. In 2007, Machu Picchu was voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world in a worldwide internet poll. Etymology. In the Quechua language, Machu means old or old person, while Picchu means pyramid, pointed, multi-sided solid, cone, though it may also refer to a portion of copa that is chewed. Thus the name of the site is sometimes interpreted as Old Mountain. The site is on a narrow saddle between 2 mountain peaks, Machu Picchu and Huayna Picchu. A study published in 2021 in Peru, Journal of the Institute of Andean Studies suggests that, in the Quechua language, the abandoned Inca site was called Huayna Picchu. After the smaller peak at the site, or perhaps, just Picchu. Huayna means young in the Quechua language. The research documents that, starting in 1911 with the publications of American historian and explorer Hiram Bingham, the name Machu Picchu became associated with the ruins. Evidence of references by native Quechua speakers dating to their reports to the Azizes Island, early maps, and even discussions with Bingham. It is cited in the new research into historical records regarding an apparently arbitrary selection of the name Bingham associated with the city that differed from the traditional name. The name given to the abandoned settlement by its builders has not been determined by researchers. History. Machu Picchu was believed, by Richard L. Berger, professor of anthropology at Yale University, to have been built in the 1450s. However, a 2021 study led by Berger used radiocarbon dating, specifically AMS, to reveal that Machu Picchu may have been occupied from around 1,42,1530 AD. Construction appears to date from 2 great Inca rulers, Pachacutec Inca Yupanqui, 1,43,81,471, and Tupac Inca Yupanqui, 1,47,21,493. Colon 36 There is a consensus among archaeologists that Pachacutec ordered the construction of the royal estate for his use as a retreat, most likely after a successful military campaign. Although Machu Picchu is considered to be a royal estate, it would not have been passed down in the line of succession. Daily life in Machu Picchu. During its use as a royal estate, it is estimated that about 750 people lived there, with most serving as support staff. Yanakunas, Yana Page needed 30, who lived there permanently. Though the estate belonged to Pachacutec, religious specialists and temporary specialized workers, Mayoks, lived there as well, most likely for the ruler's well-being and enjoyment. During the harsher season, staffing was reduced to about 100 servants and a few religious specialists focused on maintenance alone. Page needed Studies show that, according to their skeletal remains, most people who lived there were immigrants from diverse backgrounds. They lack the chemical markers and osteological markers they would have if they had been living there their entire lives. Instead, research into skeletal remains has found bone damage from various species of water parasites indigenous to different areas of Peru. This suggests that several of the immigrants were from more coastal areas and moved to Machu Picchu where corn was a larger portion of food intake. Most skeletal remains found at the site had lower levels of arthritis and bone fractures than those found in most sites of the Inca Empire. Animals are also suspected to have migrated to Machu Picchu, as there were several bones found that were not native to the area. Most animal bones found were from llamas and alpacas. These animals naturally live at altitudes of 4,000 meters, 13,000 feet, rather than the 2,400 meters, 7,900 feet, elevation of Machu Picchu. Most likely, these animals were brought in from the Puna region for meat consumption and for their pelts. Guinea pigs were also found at the site in special tomb caves, suggest that they were at least used for funerary rituals, as it was common throughout the Inca Empire to use them for sacrifices and meat. 6 dogs were also recovered from the site. Due to their placements among the human remains, it is believed that they served as companions of the dead. Agricultural activity. Much of the farming done at Machu Picchu was done on its hundreds of man-made terraces. These terraces were a work of considerable engineering, built to ensure good drainage and soil fertility while also protecting the mountain itself from erosion and landslides. However, the terraces were not perfect, as studies of the land show that there were landslides that happened during the construction of Machu Picchu. Still visible are places where the terraces were shifted by landslides and then stabilized by the Inca as they continued to build around the area. Terraces constructed overlooking the Urubamba River and many other springs provided fresh water for crop production and served more than 1,000 households. However, terrace farming area makes up only about 4.9 hectares, 12 acres, of land, and a study of the soil around the terraces showed that what was grown there was mostly corn and potatoes, which was not enough to support the 750 plus people living at Machu Picchu. This explains why studies done on the food that the Inca ate at Machu Picchu was imported from the surrounding valleys and farther afield. It is estimated that the area around the site has received more than 1,800 mm, 71 in, of rain per year since AD 1450, which was more than that needed to support crop growth. Research showed that the topsoil was probably moved from the valley floor to the terraces because it was much better than the soil higher up the mountain. pH needed. Human sacrifice and mysticism. Little information describes human sacrifices at Machu Picchu, though many sacrifices were never given a proper burial, and their skeletal remains succumbed to the elements. However, there is evidence that retainers were sacrificed to accompany a deceased noble in the afterlife. 107, 119 animal, liquid and dirt sacrifices to the gods were more common and were made at the altar of the condor. Spanish discovery edit. In the late 1500s, Spaniards who had recently gained control of the area documented that indigenous individuals mentioned returning to Machu Picchu. the name that is believed to be originally given to the site by locals. The Spanish conquistador Baltasar de Ocampo had notes of a visit during the end of the 16th century to a mountain fortress called Picchu with sumptuous and majestic buildings, erected with great skill and art. All the lintels of the doors, as well the principal as the ordinary ones, being of marble and elaborately carved. The site may have been rediscovered and plundered in 1867 by a German businessman. Augusto Bernstorff. Some evidence indicates that the German engineer J. M. von Hassel arrived earlier. Please subscribe to our channel for travel updates.